How do you begin to think of replacing Dan again?
It's going to be tough, isn't it? You know, what he's done in the jersey, points he scored, the passion he showed. It's going to be hard, but I think we've got one more game, so I don't really want to be thinking about replacing him too soon. But in the same breath, I think Dan would say he's left a mark, but that's going to have to be filled or stepped up. You know, we've got a guy who's waiting in the wings or has been patient, Sam Davis. Obviously there's Luke Price as well, we've got James Hook. So that void's going to have to be filled, and I think the people that haven't had the opportunity are aware of what they have to do.
And Alun, you got confidence that Sam will sort of step up to the mark?
Yeah, absolutely. And as Alun Wynne said, you know, we've got Hookie, got Luke Price, got Kai Evans coming through as well. So Sam Davis is a really good rugby player. He'll have his time now with us.
That's the mark of a quality player that we're going to give today, Alun, isn't it? You know, taking the pressure at the end to score that try, but putting a big display on its farewell performance.
Yeah, and I think consistency is the word of Dan. I think irrelevant of what people's perception of him is, you know, he's consistently himself, which is, you know, been great for us, and his mark in the Ospreys has been indelible with a lot of other guys that are leaving or moving on. But like I say, we're conscious of we've got one more game. You know, don't necessarily know who's against, but one more game for that to extend.
But from today, you'll feel that you're building into a reasonable bit of form to take on whoever you're playing against.
I don't know about that. I think form has been gone with turbulence this season for us. I think the game itself probably summed up our season, where in patches we were relinquishing possession and putting ourselves under pressure, but then at other times we'd make scintillating breaks and again, you know, have the propensity to score, but probably not doing it in the 22 as we should have. So we'll look at it. We won't get ahead of ourselves because there is a few weeks before the next one.
It's a big prize you're playing for.
Very much so. We're well aware of what's at stake. You know, we were in the Challenge Cup before. We went through with unbeaten run, got to a quarter, and that happened. You know, we want to be rubbing shoulders where we feel we should be. You know, for large parts, we probably haven't earned it. We've got one game that's going to come down to it.
Because you were very competitive this season in the Challenge Cup. The results weren't great in the end, but I mean, you were very good. You proved you could play it that way.
Yeah, I think we'd like to think we have been for quite a number of years. I think, you know, I alluded to a point when I re-signed. I think we would need to make the decision whether we just want to remain competitive or we really want to, you know, actually make a stance. You know, we're going to do that now. Clarke is in situ, and it'll be interesting to see where we go next year. But like I say, we've got one game that's going to determine that.
So how big a game will this next one be for you?
In the context of our season, it's a cup final, you know, because of the calibre of player we have, and I feel that our performances in Europe reflect that this season. Where we need to get to as a squad is that we build our strength and depth so we can manage these guys well, and in the tough games, in the Pro 14 European games, they're delivering top end performances on a regular basis, then getting their downtime. So that's our challenge. We're looking at our squad, we're looking at where we need to recruit, where we need to bring some young boys through that are currently within our squad and give them their opportunity, like a Sam Davies.
Alun, do you know the exact details of the game yet?
No.
When and anything like that?
Do you?
No, yeah. No.
I don't think any of us do until 2 weeks' time. So.
Yeah. But with that, how the uncertainty? How is that? So you know, you've got to keep the players another few weeks.
Yeah. Well, the boys are going to get a bit of time off now. Most squads will be like that, but certainly our boys will get a week off, and then we'll have 2 weeks to prepare for that game. And you know, there's enough in our game, as Alun Wynne alluded to, that if we can address those issues, I'll always have respect for the opposition, but it's very much focusing on ourselves, getting our own systems right, getting our own detail right, taking those opportunities so that maybe games aren't as tight as that at the end.
If it's Ulster away?
Then we'll have to go to Belfast. So.
Oh, that'll be better.
We were there a couple of weeks ago, and we give a good account of ourselves without the ball. We didn't do a lot with the ball, so yeah, like it'd be a great place to go and play, but you're looking at Ulster, Edinburgh or Treviso, so three tough teams.
Alun, what was the verdict on today's performance? Yeah, the verdict, nor the coach.
Alun win.
Alun. So,
Alun.
see, I knew I've been saying it right for years. For years I've been saying it right.
I think you answered the first question.
I know. I just realised that. There we are. Clarke.
Okay. You know, we're happy to have won. You know, for us it's an away fixture. There's an understandable frustration in the elements of the game we need to improve upon. You know, at 7-3 we're looking really good. We're threatening. We're looking like we'd score another try, and then we concede, you know, two relatively soft tries from our perspective. You know, bit of genius from Gareth, and then followed up with another kick chase try. But you know, second half, again we controlled the territory of the field. We could have scored more points. Probably thought Scott Otten had scored, but it was chalked off. And all credit to the boys. It's symbolic of their resolve and their character, just to keep digging away at the end.